Welcome to this daily Bible reading. I hope you found time today to read through your Bible for yourself. That's what this channel is all about. The reading for us today is Matthew chapter 16, and I found it to be a very interesting passage of the Bible. What came strong for me was from verse 21 to 23. I'll read the King James Version very quick. It says, "From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and to be killed and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savourest not the things that be of God, but those things that be of men." So many times, the road to the fulfilling of our purpose is not always a smooth road. It's not always the smooth sail, So for Jesus, for him to fulfill his purpose, he had to go through the death, suffering, humiliation, even of the priests, the scribes, and the elders. But here is Peter rebuking him when he said that this is what I must go through to fulfill my own purpose. Now let's look at it this way. You're just thinking about the passage. Looking at Peter's statement, by the ordinary eye, by the interpretation of man, it was a good thing. How would you say you are going to die? Why must you die to fulfill your purpose? Must you suffer to fulfill your purpose? That's the way men will look at it. Look at how the good news puts it. He said, Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. God forbid, Lord, he said, that must never happen to you. When we go through a prison situation, we never want to sit back to ask and to check if it's God taking us through a process. We are very quick to assume and to conclude that it is the devil after our lives. And that's what Peter did here. He began to rebuke Jesus and to say, God forbid, this will never happen to you, because for him, that is a wrong thing. So what am I saying today is that spiritual sensitivity to know that sometimes the situations that we are going through is not always from the devil. It's not always from witches and wizards or from that enemy that is after our lives. Sometimes it could just be the process to the place of our glory. Jesus had to die. He had to go through those suffering for him to be glorified, for him to fulfill his purpose. Men would want to talk you out because they feel that you are suffering. Men want to encourage you out and provide for you, offer you alternatives, because they think that, why do you have to go through this kind of suffering? You must not need to go through this kind of process before you can accomplish God's purpose. There is always alternatives. But you see, those alternatives would eventually destroy us at the end of the day and take us out of God's will and God's purpose for our lives. You see how Jesus rebuked him. In fact, he had to rebuke him and call him Satan. Somebody that is after my good, so to say, in quotes. Now, I'm referring to him as a Satan. I'm praying that God will give me such a spiritual sensitivity to know that it is not all good suggestions, concern that are actually meant for me. That sensitivity to be able to rebuke that suggestion that wants to take me out of God's will and purpose in my life, even though it's a very good and beautiful suggestion. So that is what I'm saying today from this reading. Thank you for coming around once again. I hope and trust that this has been a blessing to you. Please subscribe to this channel if you have been blessed, and like this video and share to your friends. If you are new to this channel, I welcome you specially. Bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow.